A very happy new year to everyone. I wish that everyone has a happy, prosperous, successful, and a very healthy 2025. Astrological predictions for all the 12 zodiac signs for the year 2025 coming up in this video. Hello everyone, I'm Tina Chaudhary. Welcome to my channel and a very warm namaste. Aham Brahmasmi. Let me first apologize for the delay in making this video, but with the holidays I've been busy and then I was traveling for some time too. But because this is such an important video about the predictions for the new year, here I am finally with my predictions, just a little late but with detailed predictions. Now, I have already made a video with the numerology predictions for 2025 based on the numerology of a person's date of birth. Now, if you haven't watched that video yet, please do so. I have been making similar videos for the last 3 years and lots of other YouTubers have started copying my content since then. But I do quite in-depth predictions and content, and it's been very accurate for the last 3 years, I've been told by other people. So make sure you watch it now. And in this video, I'm going to make the predictions based on Vedic astrology for all the 12 zodiac signs. So you will have both predictions based on astrology as well as based on numerology. Now, I recommend that you watch both the videos and combine the predictions for yourselves, and then you get a very accurate prediction, very comprehensive predictions for yourself. I will add a link for the video for the numerology predictions in my description box. It's a video that is not to be missed at all. It's certainly one of my favorite videos that I make, and so I make it with a lot of my heart in it. So for those of you that haven't watched that video, make sure you watch it. And for those of you that don't have your Vedic astrology birth chart, you can make it yourself. I'm going to add a link to a website in my description box in this video. You can click it, enter your birth details, and it will show your birth chart. The zodiac in the first house is your ascendant or your rising sign. You can actually scroll to the section below the chart and it lists out all your planets, and the first line always mentions your ascendant zodiac. It is not going to be the same as your sun sign that you're used to thinking yourself to be, which is, based on magazines, newspapers. So it's going to be very different from that. Don't think it's an error. Now, my predictions will always be based on your ascendant rising sign based on Vedic astrology. So please make sure you are listening to the correct section of the predictions. Also, let me remind you now that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Also, if you like this video, please share it with friends and family so they can know what they can expect for the new year 2025. Before I start talking about January, I'm going to take this chance to wish all my viewers that have January birthdays a very happy birthday. May you start off not just the calendar year, but also your very own personal year with lots of excitement and positivity. May your divine bless you with lots of success, happiness, love, and good health this year and always in the future. Also, a very special birthday shout out to a very special guy, Shalin Ratna, who also celebrates his birthday in January. He's a very handsome young man and such a beautiful soul, and he's my nephew, and I've always been very proud of him. So again, a very happy birthday to all my viewers with January birthdays. May God always bless you with good luck and happiness. When we do predictions for the whole entire year, then mostly we are going to be looking at the placement and transit of the slow-moving planets. And so those would be Saturn, Jupiter, and both the nodes Rahu and Ketu. Now, the reason for that is very simple, because these slow movers stay in the same zodiac for a very extended period of time. The rest of the planets are fast moving, so they would travel throughout through several zodiacs in the year. So their impact would be rather changeable throughout the year. So it's really not possible to generalize those fast moving planets' impact and make a single prediction based on their activity. That's why we make monthly predictions to actually take a look at what the fast moving planets are doing. So for the yearly predictions, we just take a look at the slow movers and see what they're doing. Now, 2025 is going to be a very, very significant year in terms of the slow-moving planets, because all four of them will have transit in 2025 and almost around the same time period. Now, that is just a little unusual. Also, it's usually the slow-moving planets that give us major events in our life. The timing of major events are usually based on the combined transit of a slow-moving planet along with a fast-moving planet. So this year, 2025, a lot of us could see some changes in our life. So the transits of Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu are an indication of changes or new events that could be coming up in our lives in some way. So let's take a look at the transit dates for these planets in 2025, which, like I said, is a very significant year. So the first transit will be of Saturn on March 29th, when it leaves Aquarius and it will enter Pisces. Saturn stays in the same zodiac for 2.5 years, so Saturn will stay in Pisces until June 2nd, 2027, and it'll move into Aries at that time. The next transit is of Jupiter on May 14th. It will leave Taurus and enter Gemini. Jupiter usually stays in the same zodiac for approximately 1 year. However, this time it will only stay in Gemini until October 18th, 2025, and then it moves forward to Cancer. This is considered Atichari Jupiter, which means increased speed of Jupiter. I will talk about that later, a little more about that later when it actually starts this transit. And the last transit will be of the two nodes, the shadow planets Rahu and Ketu, on May 18th. So since Rahu and Ketu are shadow planets, they stay in a retrograde motion all the time. So they always transit backwards to the previous zodiac. So Rahu will move backwards from Pisces to Aquarius, and Ketu will move backwards from Virgo to Leo. Rahu and Ketu stay in the same zodiac for 18 months. So they will stay in those zodiacs until December 5th, 2026. One of the most important things that I do need to mention about 2025 is that there is going to be a very cautionary period between March 29th to the end of May, when both Saturn and Rahu will be together in the zodiac of Pisces. Now, this could be proved to be quite a challenging time for the world and for all of us as well. Saturn will also start aspecting Jupiter during that time and decrease the benefic influence of Jupiter. So it kind of adds to the malefic or challenging nature during that time. The reason for that is that Saturn is the ruler of karma, discipline, and achieving desires via honesty and hard work. Whereas Rahu is a demon that is exactly opposite in nature to Saturn. It thinks outside the box to come up with shortcuts to achieve desires, and it doesn't care that it could involve how it achieves those desires. It could involve dishonesty, cheating, scamming, and defrauding. So this battle of maintaining our integrity and not getting tempted to achieve our goals via unethical means is going to be a personal struggle for almost all of us. In this struggle, some of us could end up making unwise choices that could have a negative consequence for us. This could also signify a period of extreme unrest in the world, because Rahu also signifies extreme desires to possess or get your own way. It just doesn't know when to stop pursuing. So the already existing wars that are going on in this world, which is a very sad situation, could really escalate, and other countries could also start to get involved. The arms and ammunition that are getting used could worsen this situation with the wars. The other thing is, during that time frame, there could be a lot of natural disasters or man-made disasters as well, because Rahu is a significator of disasters and suddenness as well. So things could happen suddenly without any notice, and things that you never imagined could also happen at that time. So there is a chance of some widespread diseases that get spread during that time as well. Especially water-related issues could come up at that time. Pisces is a water sign, and so there could be disasters related to water during that time, and there could be diseases that relate to something that are spread through water, or waterborne diseases could actually spread during that time as well. So my basic caution is just that you need to stay very vigilant, stay safe with your internet and your security on your computers as well, because Rahu does signify computer and internet scams, frauds, and things like that. So stay vigilant to scams and frauding and stuff like that on social media and computers. Also, one of the things you're going to have to do is keep control of your temper at that time. Extreme temper, violent outbursts could also be possible. So my guidance just basically would be, stay in control of your senses. Take a deep breath. Don't say or do things that could escalate badly and end up with negative consequence. So this 6-week window between March 29th to May 18th, when all these slow-moving planets are doing their transits, it can be quite a chaotic and volatile time for all of us as well as the world, due to the fact that there's a lot of change and shift in the energy and the environment. We may actually be able to feel this disturbance or shift in the energy within ourselves as well as around us. If any of you have planets in these zodiacs of Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, and Pisces, then those planets get activated, and you may have some events depending upon what planets they are and what house they are placed in your birth chart. Then those are getting activated, and you may have events in this whole time frame, not immediately, but later on during this phase when these slow-moving planets are in those zodiacs. I am now going to start the predictions for each ascendant, which is your rising sign, also called Lagna in Hindi. And there will always be timestamps in my comment section, and my comment is always pinned. So there can be timestamps, so you don't have to watch the whole video if it doesn't apply to you. And I will also make detailed videos closer to the transits when they actually occur. And at that time, I'll also give you more detailed predictions at that time. You guys always want more predictions. Give us more predictions. So you will have more predictions at that time as well. So make sure you listen to the correct prediction section. Yearly predictions for Aries. Aries, for you, Saturn will transit to your 12th house, Jupiter to your 3rd house, and Rahu and Ketu to your 11th and 5th houses, respectively. When Saturn transits to Pisces on March 29th, Aries will start their Sarasati phase. Now, I don't mean to alarm you, so you don't need to worry too much at this time. The most significant impact it will have is that it puts a little mental pressure, and you may have additional responsibilities on you regarding financial matters. You may also experience some sleep issues. It also increases your expenses. So there can be sudden, unexpected financial issues that come up. Do not make financial changes or decisions from March to May under any circumstances. There could be losses, and also some of you may even be cheated or given bad financial advice or be defrauded. So be cautious about that. Also, if you travel abroad, watch your belongings and don't trust strangers or strange places. Be cautious of unknown people of the opposite sex as well. Saturn aspects the 6th house now, so you will need to take care of your health as well. Mainly digestive issues, because Saturn dries up the digestive system, so remember to drink lots and lots of water. In fact, over the next 2.5 years, you may have some digestive issues. Mainly something like constipation could occur with you. Saturn also gives some Aries a career change during the next couple of years, especially for those individuals looking to relocate to a different place, especially to a foreign country or working for a multinational company. Hard work and delay for results in career can be expected, so don't worry too much about it. Just continue to work and the results will come when they come, but don't be disheartened about that. After the transit phase, Jupiter will aspect 7th, 9th, and 11th houses. This indicates a period of hard work and effort, especially related to education, material gains, career advancement, depending upon whichever phase of life this applies to you. This is positive in terms of marital relationships, so there is the possibility of getting married now if you're single. The 3rd and 9th houses are travel houses, so some of you could have significant travel, especially related to educational or spiritual pursuits during this extended phase. Don't let go of the chance to do that should you be presented with that opportunity. This period will be exceptional in terms of health and recovery of past health matters in case you were experiencing them in the past. Relationships with your fathers, teachers, mentors, and guides will also be very much improved in comparison to the past. This phase can also give you very good gains and also get your desires fulfilled, but this will be totally dependent on how much of an honest and sincere effort and hard work you put in. After October, Jupiter gives you even better results. There is a chance of relocation, real estate transactions, and even purchase of new vehicles. Overall, the happiness level increases a lot more after that. Rahu in the 11th house after May is very good for gains, but you will have to be very realistic about making goals instead of running after too many materialistic things and making too many goals and getting confused. Your social circle expands a lot and you will get a little obsessed with your social life. If you work in the marketing, social media, advertising, or any commission-based profession, then this will be an extremely profitable time for you, especially in the May through October timeframe. Yearly prediction for Taurus. Taurus, for you, Saturn will transit to your 11th house, Jupiter to your 2nd house, and Rahu and Ketu to your 10th and 4th houses, respectively. When Saturn transits to Pisces on March 29th, you may find yourself becoming extremely disciplined, hardworking, and even very serious. You may become a little strict with your children and expect the same from them. In May, Jupiter will be in your 2nd house, and that means growth and expansion with the family and finances. There could even be an addition in the family through a new baby in the extended family. Someone could get married, or it could mean even getting a new pet. This is a very positive time for the single Taurus to either get engaged or even get married. Those that are looking for a partner can find that special someone as well. So make sure you make a very good, honest effort to be out and about after March if you're looking for a partner in your life. Your financial situation could also improve rather well. This could be due to a new job or even via sudden gains through unearned sources such as insurance settlements, inheritance, or large gifts from in-laws. You need to be cautious about taking out large loans because you could actually get into a big debt situation as well during this extended phase. Health will need to be taken care of, especially between May and October. There could be issues related to reproductive organs if you are prone to that. Also, avoid overeating, especially sweet stuff, because that could cause issues as well. Most Taurus will likely have relocation during this extended period of 18 months due to the Rahu-Ketu transit at that time, and this could also be due to job or career-related changes. So it's possible that the loan is for real estate purposes as well. Taurus will have many career opportunities that present themselves during this 18-month phase, but they need to be very cautious about which they accept. Now, my guidance is to be extremely selective and research a lot about them before they grab the one that looks extra appealing or the first one that comes along. It's possible that it may not turn out to be as it was promised. So make sure no impulsive decisions regarding your career should be made. Rahu in the 10th can give you illusions that are really not there. So the 10th house is your career. So make sure somebody is not promising you something that's too good to be true. Other than that, Taurus can have a very good career phase due to the new placement of Saturn. The condition is always that Saturn expects extreme hard work with honesty and integrity. Overall, this could be a rather positive phase for Taurus since both the wealth and finance houses are going to be activated, as well as the career house is going to be activated as well. So this is going to be a very good year as far as career and finance is concerned. Taurus will be extremely career focused and may get into a situation where they may not be able to spend a lot of time on home or domestic matters this year. So my guidance would be to try your best to manage the work-life balance in the best way possible for you this year, and also manage your mental pressure and stress as best as you can. Yearly prediction for Gemini. Gemini, Saturn will transit to your 10th house, Jupiter to your own ascendant house, and Rahu and Ketu to your 9th and 3rd houses respectively. When Saturn transits to Pisces, which is your 10th house of career, on March 29th, you can expect that the next 2.5 years to be very pleasantly career focused. Saturn rules your house of destiny and luck, which is the 9th house. So transit of Saturn in your career house can only mean good things, good luck, and that will favor you all the way regarding career and profession. The careers that could do exceptionally well are those related to foreign countries or companies, working with a multinational company, real estate, or working with home-related businesses, finance and auditing, and all careers related to sea and transport. Also, business owners will do exceptionally well during this 2.5-year phase. But here again, the Saturn condition applies, and that is all work must be done with complete honesty and integrity. Now, Rahu may tempt you to take some very creative and not so honest shortcuts, but if you do that, the end result may prove to be rather troublesome and unwanted. So make sure you stay hardworking and work with honesty, integrity, and no creative shortcuts in your work. Now, Jupiter will transit in early May to your own ascendant house, and this will give you wonderful aura and sense of happiness. It will aspect the 5th house of good health, so recovery from past health issues is going to be imminent. It also aspects the 7th house of partnerships and the 9th house of luck. There cannot be a better placement for Jupiter for you. So May through October is your happy and healthy time period. Take full advantage of this phase, because there could be some happy travels in store for you. You will have a very enjoyable time with your children. Above all, you will find time to enjoy lots of creative activities, your hobbies, music, and all the things that give you happiness. This is also a very harmonious time for relationships, love life, as well as for the married Gemini. After October, Jupiter transits to your 2nd house, where it can bring you growth and abundance within your family or finances. So the remainder of the year continues to stay very positive. Indeed, a very positive year after March for Gemini. In fact, there is a chance that the single Geminis could get engaged or married anytime during this year after May. Ketu in the 3rd house cautions you to maintain good relationships with your siblings and neighbors. For some, this could mean that the sale of real estate and relocation. Rahu in the 9th house may have you questioning spirituality, but for some, it could mean traveling to a foreign country for educational purposes. And for some, it could mean search of new avenues of spirituality or even out-of-the-box type of travel goals. The 9th house Rahu also guides you to maintain positive relationships with your father, coaches, mentors, and teachers. Overall, Gemini, all these transits are going to bring you improved health along with lots of happiness in your life after March 2025. So enjoy. Yearly prediction for Cancer. Cancer, for you, Saturn will transit to your 9th house, Jupiter to your 12th house, Rahu and Ketu to your 8th and 2nd houses respectively. The best news for Cancer is when Saturn transits to Pisces, it will finally leave the 8th house, which it has been in since the last 2.5 years. Cancer has probably had the worst impact of Saturn for the last 2.5 years, and now it will finally be relieved from the troubling Ashtama Shani that it has been going through. And now Cancer can start enjoying the transit of Saturn in the 9th house of luck and destiny. Those of you that have been waiting to get rewards and recognition in your career will finally start to see those after March 29th, after the Saturn transit. If looking for a new job, that's also very possible after March. For business owners, you will need to take some very serious decisions about your business and how to grow it. But don't make any risky moves or investments, and in fact, it could be rather beneficial to get expert guidance if you are experiencing issues in your business. It's a good time for your business, so make sure you get good guidance about that. The challenging aspects for this transit will be your relationships with your social circle or even with siblings for some of the Cancers. There can be emotional issues and they may put some pressure on you that you don't appreciate, and that could be damaging to your relationship. So be aware of that. Rahu and Ketu are going to be in the 8th and 2nd houses, and that disturbs relationships not only with the extended family members but also with in-laws. And so make sure your expectation from others are reasonable and your communication and speech is pleasant. Otherwise, there can be permanent damage within certain relationships. In fact, Ketu being in the 2nd house may prefer that you stay distant and very disinterested from the extended family members. You need to be very cautious about this energy. It's obviously not a very good idea to become distant with family members. So maintain, even if you don't want to maintain close relationships, at least maintain cordial relationships. None of the love houses are getting activated for Cancer this year. So this means status quo in your love life. Nothing too exciting, but nothing negative either. For the single Cancer, if you meet someone, let things develop naturally, and it could possibly bring out positive results in the long run. From May to October, you need to be cautious about your spending. There can be an increase in spending related to home matters, domestic matters, redecorating, and things like that. And some Cancers may even purchase real estate during this phase. So my guidance for that would be to cautious about how much loan or debt you take on and not to take on more than you will be willing to pay off easily. This is also a time for all kinds of travel, long distance, short distance, as well as foreign travel. And you may be prone to improving your lifestyle and image. So you may be tempted to purchase high-end clothes and amenities for your home as well. So watch your spending a little bit. That's going to be a little high because especially from May through October, because Jupiter is in the 12th house of expenses. Health could be troublesome in April, and then during the last 2 months of the year, which is November, December, there can be some health issues. Nothing too bad, nothing to be very concerned about. They're mainly digestive issues. Some Cancers that are prone to having stones in their gallbladder or kidney could have a recurrence of that as well. The best remedy is to drink lots of warm water daily, not cold. I did say warm water without adding anything into it. Health from May to October will be absolutely good and nothing to worry about. My guidance for students is to put in a lot more effort and hard work, and don't simply rely on your luck if you want to see positive results. Overall, professionally, an amazing transit for Cancer, but relationships will need to be managed a little. Yearly prediction for Leo. Leo, for you, Saturn will transit to your 8th house, Jupiter to your 11th house, Rahu and Ketu to your 7th and your 1st ascendant houses, respectively. Now, when Saturn transits to Pisces on March 29th, it will transit to your 8th house, and it creates what's called Ashtama Shani, meaning Saturn is 8th from your ascendant house. And sometimes that can be a little challenging in terms of your career and profession. It also indicates that there could be changes in your career over the next 2.5 years, starting from March 2025 until Saturn stays in your 8th house. Now, these changes could be very positive or a little challenging, so depending upon your own birth chart. But definitely this means that all Leos will have some kind of change over in their career over the next 2.5 years, even if that means moving your desk or moving your office, moving to a different company, or moving your title, changing your title. There will be changes. Leo will be compelled to think hard and introspect about what they really want in their career and profession, and then they may need to pursue new goals. This could be the result of challenges that they have felt in their current position. Those that are already in careers related to research, insurance, astrology, scientists, data analytics, cybersecurity, secret services, and legal services can do quite well during this phase. And the reason for that is that those are signified by the 8th house itself. Now, my guidance is that do not leave your existing current job right now or during this 2.5 year phase starting March until and unless you have already secured another job with a well-reputed company and that you have a firm offer. Because I am making you aware that if you leave your current job, it could be very difficult to find another job during this Saturn transit phase of Ashtama Shani. So regardless of how frustrated you get with your current job, just hang in there and appreciate it for now. This is not the time to put ego first. So also, if you initiate any new ventures during this time, there could be some delays in seeing fruitful results from them, but continue to put in the hard work with honesty, and ultimately you will see good results from it. After May, you could possibly see some gains via the support of your social network, older siblings, professional network, and even your father. So reach out to them for some wise and very helpful advice if you feel you need to make some important decisions, or if you feel you're having a hard time deciding what to do or how to proceed further. Financial worries may lessen after May and when Jupiter makes its transit into the 11th house of gains. And slowly towards the end of the year, you could start doing well financially. And you may also be able to purchase some assets as well. So Leos, there's a good chance of purchase of assets towards the end of the year as things get better financially. For the single person, there's the possibility of meeting someone special May through October. So be out and about, and if you are interested in that. Couples that are interested in growing their family, the possibility of conception and a new baby are also very high after May. Students do very well from May to October, so take advantage of this positive phase, put in good effort and hard work, and you will likely see very favorable results. After May, you may feel very disinterested, this is for everybody, in others, and prefer to stay all by yourself and value your own privacy more than previously. And this happens when Ketu goes into your own ascendant house. Ketu wants privacy. Ketu wants to move away from everybody. So it's a favorable time to spend time with yourself and on your spiritual growth, and do lots of meditation and any other spiritual practices in case you feel stressed out. Overall, Leo, this is the year of hard work and self-effort. You will also need lots of patience to see favorable results. And this year, you shouldn't rely on your luck too much. By the end of the year, you will have learned what is really good for you and who your real well-wishers are. This is your journey of surprises. Yearly prediction for Virgo. Virgo, Saturn will transit to your 7th house, Jupiter to your 10th house, Rahu and Ketu to your 6th and 12th houses respectively. After April, you can expect that your career will take off to great heights and you can achieve the rewards and recognition that you have always desired. Not only, this will also apply to your financial income from your job. The opportunity to increase your earnings is very favorable as well. What's the challenge? You may find yourself procrastinating and not feel like doing a lot of hard work. Try to overcome that by eating healthy and having a very good physical exercise regimen. During the last 3 months of the year, from October to December, there is an even greater chance of financial and professional success when Jupiter transits from your 10th house to the 11th house of wishes and desires. There will be some coworkers that may not be very pleased with your success. There could be some jealousy issues in the workplace as well. So be aware of that and stay very low key. Also, don't share any personal information with others and keep it to yourself. For those Virgos that are looking for a new job, that is very possible after May and June due to high possibility of success in interviews or any competitive activities and tests. After June, your expenses increase also, so be very watchful of that. There could be impulse buying almost every month, but some of the expenses could also be on foreign travel. Some Virgos may even travel long distance or to foreign places for religious or spiritual purposes. Some Virgos may purchase large assets such as cars or real estate sometime in July or August, most likely. When Saturn transits to Pisces on March 29th, it will be in the house of partnerships and marriage. And this is an indication of tough time in your marriage, or it may impact the health of your spouse. It could also indicate that your spouse goes through a phase of lots of new responsibilities and so has less patience than previously. So there is some baseless bickering back and forth in the marriage. Virgos that are in a love relationship or enter into new love relationships should be cautious about their new partner. It's entirely possible that the new person is not so serious about the relationship as you are, so be aware of your feelings that they are not hurt in the end. Take care of your father's health. Your mother may also have some leg pain during this Saturn transit. Now, as far as your own health, after May, you may have issues with your stomach and digestion. This will be due to overconsumption of food or those foods that are not healthy for you. Your craving for rich, sugary foods will increase, so control your intake of those kinds of foods. Virgos may also experience sleep issues after April. Students and those individuals that are associated with careers in education will do very well this year. Students wishing to take competitive tests will perform well, but of course, you still have to work hard to prepare for it. Overall, Virgo, these transits are actually very good for career and finance, but you need to make sure you stay motivated and manage your mental stress and make sure you have very good energy to complete all your tasks and responsibilities in time. Overall, Virgo, this is a very good phase for career and finance, but you still need to stay motivated and manage your mental stress. Yearly prediction for Libra. Libra, for you, Saturn will transit in your 6th house, Jupiter to your 9th house, Rahu and Ketu to your 5th and 11th houses, respectively. Now, when Saturn transits to Pisces in March, you will need to be a little careful on how to handle coworkers and bosses in the workplace, especially from March to May. For those Libras that are interested in working in a foreign country or working with overseas or any MNCs, then this 2.5-year transit of Saturn will be very supportive in making that happen for you. Just make sure that all your documentation is in order so that there are no obstacles at the last minute. After May, your luck will be enhanced and you will receive good recognition in the workplace. Financial situation will also improve starting February, but just be aware that your expenses may also increase after that. The expenses will stay high after May, and these could be related to your children or their educational purposes. These could also be for new investments that you make, but there are chances that Libras will spend on having some fun times with their family, love life, or children primarily, if it's not education based. On the health front, there can be some ups and downs, as well as make sure you get checked up to make sure it does not recur repeatedly. After May, your father will do very well, and in order to activate your luck factor even further, make sure to get his blessings regularly. It will also be very beneficial to visit religious or spiritual places frequently or whenever you can to get the blessings of your gurus or your divine. This can make very positive changes in your life, especially after May. And this is because Jupiter is in your 9th house, which is the house of spirituality and the divine. Some Libras can get quite interested in acquiring additional education or new skill sets that support them in their careers. If any opportunity presents itself where you can get additional education, make sure you avail of it because it will give you good benefit in the long term in your career. Some Libras may have a tendency to overeat and put on pounds after February as well. Now, my guidance is to have a very good physical workout regimen and have a healthy diet. My guidance for married Libras is to stay patient and understanding with your spouse after June and until October. Your spouse could also have a few health issues, so he or she may be a little irritable. Avoid any misunderstandings in communication. Libras that are thinking about a new love relationship should be cautious with the new partners. There is a possibility that the new person is not showing their true self to you, so move slowly in a new relationship. It's also possible that they may not be as committed in the relationship as you may start to get. So keep your feelings in control and be aware of the other person's intentions. Overall, family relationships will go well and you enjoy good support of your parents and siblings. Health of family members will remain okay as well. You will have lots of family events and happy gatherings. Relationships with your children will also be harmonious and they will do well as well. However, due to some unknown reason, you will continue to worry needlessly and put mental pressure on yourself. And this is something you will need to work on after May. Staying spiritual will help this. Students, you will have to work extra hard because Ketu in the 5th house will give you the tendency to stay distracted away from your educational path and wander away towards everything else but your education. And this will be from May and for 18 months. So you will have to make a lot of effort to stay interested and focused in your education. Some students may also suddenly want to leave or make changes in their educational plans and path. Be aware of this and don't make any sudden or unwise choices. Overall, Libra, these transits will give you a very good, comfortable year. Nothing to worry about. Yearly prediction for Scorpio. Scorpio, for you, Saturn will transit to your 5th house, Jupiter to your 8th house, Rahu and Ketu to your 4th and 10th houses respectively. You will need to be very cautious how you handle your career and professional matters between July and September. This is a year of hard work in your profession. Individuals whose career is associated with foreign countries or companies will do exceptionally well. Business owners in construction can also see tremendous growth. Basically, this year is of change and then growth. So whatever you are doing currently will require some changes before you can see any more professional growth. Whatever is old is now stale, and unless there are new changes made that are incorporated into your profession and ways of conducting business, you may not achieve anything more. Some Scorpios may also find that people are criticizing them behind their back in the workplace. So become very aware of what's going on around you at all times. Expenses will likely rise after May, so you will need to manage your finances pretty well. Some Scorpios may be relocating during this year, and for some it could be due to career reasons. Now, your financial situation will also improve after May, and in fact, you may have been waiting for other people to pay back some of the loans they took from you. Then that's possible after June as well. Your mother's health could need some attention. You also need to take care of your own digestive health. Jupiter in the 8th house can give health issues that kind of drag on for a while. So the health could be impacted between May and October. So take extra caution while driving and handling tools, etc. also, because you may become a little accident prone. So be very careful, and definitely don't do anything adventurous during the time frame of May to October. Single Scorpios could experience delays in getting married, and married Scorpios could experience some minor troubles with their spouses. In fact, Scorpios may have a sense of detachment with their domestic environment, with their home environment, and would rather chase career dreams and aspirations than spend time at home. There could also be some issues with the children's performance in education if you have younger children, so try to pay attention to that as well. Scorpios could have lots of travel, and some of you may even visit old and ancient travel sites. Students will do very well and get favorable results, and in fact, they could even get admission in their desired schools or colleges. But Saturn in the 5th demands that they do a lot of hard work and put in lots of extra self-effort, dedication, and have a lot of discipline. And so these will actually make the children or people in education see favorable results. Overall, a Scorpio this year will be life-changing in the sense that you will learn that you will need to reinvent yourself in your entire life. Now, that will apply not only to your career or profession, where the old ways and routines are stale, and it will be time for new beginnings, new ways to do things, maybe even a new career, maybe a new job, but also even in how you've handled relationships in the past. You might need to look at yourself and how you handle relationships with children, with your spouse, and with your love relationships. And you may have to think about maybe you need to make some changes in those as well. Yearly prediction for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, for you, Saturn will transit to your 4th house, Jupiter to your 7th house, Rahu and Ketu to your 3rd and 9th houses, respectively. Now, Saturn in the 4th house means Kantakshani or Dhaya, which translates to a half-year phase of Saturn testing time for Sagittarius. So my guidance is that any pending career or professional work must be completed prior to the transit of March 29th, because there could be delays and obstacles in achieving fast or positive results for the next 2.5 years starting in March. So make sure you do and complete everything prior to the March 29th transit of Saturn. Now, this transit of Saturn will bring you lots of new responsibilities and some mental pressure due to increase in duties and responsibilities. As long as you're prepared to handle your duties at home as well as your career with sincerity and honesty, there should be no problem at all. There should be nothing to worry about too much. That is just a test of Saturn. Just make sure that your attitude and behavior towards all other people is courteous and caring, especially those that are less fortunate than yourself. Now, some Sagittarians may have to make changes in their career or jobs during this time as well. After May, your wishes could start getting fulfilled and your financial position could also start improving because of the transit of Jupiter. Your social and professional network grows, and you can get in touch with influential people that will be very willing to support and help you in any of your profession and business matters. After May, it is a favorable time for individuals that are in commission-based jobs, jobs that involve travel, sales and marketing, social media, and communication-based professions. Take care of both of your parents' health and maintain positive relationships with both of them. Between March and May, don't take any risky financial decisions. There could even be some disputes and issues related to real estate, and definitely do not take on high loans or debts because there could be issues paying them off later. Your ascendant ruler Jupiter will transit in May, and there will be a lot of improvement in lots of areas of your life, and you will be full of confidence and positivity. Now, previously, Jupiter would have given you some challenges in your health due to poor eating habits, but now you will be compelled to take better care of your health by watching your dietary habits and making sure that you follow a better health regimen. You will enjoy better health from May through October, but there can be one annoying thing that you should watch out for, and that is a slowed down digestion. So make sure you drink lots of warm water to alleviate any digestive issues. For the single Sagittarius, there is a chance of getting married, but do proceed with caution on that. Married Sagittarius could also have some challenges in their married life, so avoid any unnecessary disagreements with your spouse. For some Sagittarius, there's an excellent chance of purchase of a home or some real estate transaction. And for some Sagittarius, there could be relocation as well after May. After October, Jupiter transits to the 8th house, which indicates some annoying health issues could come up. And also you could have some mental pressure and tension in family relationships. After May, there could also be lots of travel. So be careful while traveling, stay vigilant of your possessions, and also be cautious of strange people, unfamiliar places. Don't fall for scams and frauds. This also applies to online scams and frauds. Stay vigilant on social media and the security of your computer privacy. After May, it's a very good idea to stay spiritual as possible, and this should alleviate any mental tension that you may be going through. Overall, this year, your career and finance is growing, but not smoothly. There will be some delays in these areas and may require an extra push from your side. Not a bad year, but just keep working hard to get what you desire. Yearly prediction for Capricorn. For Capricorn, Saturn will transit to your 3rd house, Jupiter to your 6th house, Rahu and Ketu to your 2nd and 8th houses respectively. After March, Saturn will make you do lots of hard work, and you can't rely on your good luck alone. Capricorns that were planning to conceive and have a new baby could experience delays in that area. Single Capricorns that were looking for a partner will also experience some delays in your love life. So make sure you're ready for alternative plans or ready to deal with obstacles and delays in these particular areas. After May, you will experience favorable results in your career and profession. There can be good growth, and you enjoy respect from your colleagues and seniors. Co-workers may even approach you for guidance and help in resolving problems. If you had made an investment in the past, you can get good returns on that after May as well. The prospects for income are good after May, and there can be good sources of income or increase in income at that time. However, at the same time, there can also be an increase in expenses, so you need to be very cautious with your spending habits. If you can manage your spending, you can be in a lot better situation financially by the end of the year. My guidance is regarding your workplace habits and behavior. Be very careful about how you interact with your coworkers. Don't get involved in office chit-chat or gossiping, because there can be severe consequences of that, because you would end up with all the blame, because some people that are acting friendly with you are actually not your well-wishers. So stay focused on only your work and don't share any of your private feelings or information with others. Father's health may need to be taken care of, and you may also have some worries related to your siblings as well, because they may be experiencing some challenges in their life as well. As far as your own health is concerned, for women, they could get impacted by some issues in the lower abdomen. As far as married Capricorns are concerned, you may face some disappointments with your spouse because they may not be in agreement with you on how to proceed forward on some matters. Since the third house is getting quite activated for Capricorn, there can be lots of Capricorns that get connected to social media or get very active on social media like YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. This could be for a business or other work that could be conducted via social media. So if you could try your best and work hard on them. It could be selling stuff on these platforms or even opening a YouTube channel or things like that. Students, you will need to do lots of hard work because there can be some obstacle in your educational path. Some of you may even think of making changes or giving up on your education altogether because you're frustrated. But don't make any unwise choices at this time and keep the self-effort going. You will ultimately see good results. So there's going to be a little bit of frustration because there's going to be obstructions and delays, but don't let that stop you. Overall, this is going to be a good year for Capricorn with nothing much to be concerned about. There can be positive travel, and my guidance is to pursue some spirituality and so that it brings you more positivity in your life. Nothing to worry about too much for Capricorn except some obstacles and delays due to the fact that Ketu is in your 8th house, and the only remedy for that is to be spiritual. If you feel you're getting mentally stressed or you're being bothered by some of the obstacles and delays in your life, then doing some meditation or doing yoga will actually alleviate the mental stress and pressure that the 8th house Ketu will put on you. It's a very good remedy for that. Yearly prediction for Aquarius. Aquarius, Saturn will transit to your 2nd house, Jupiter to your 5th house, Rahu and Ketu to your 1st and 7th houses, respectively. You're one of the zodiacs that these transits are going to be probably the most beneficial for. So after a few years of suffering and Saturn being in your own 1st house, here comes the time that will make Aquarius rather happy. Due to the fact that Aquarius has ongoing Saraswati of Saturn, they may still have some challenges until March 29th. They could be low on energy and have some health issues, along with a lack of interest in anything until the end of March. But on March 29th, when Saturn makes its transit, the situation for them could shift quite rapidly in a very positive direction. The new transit phase could be a time when you have exceptional career and financial success. You could be presented with lots of new opportunities for income and career, and you can experience a lot of personal and professional growth. Aquarius will finally get the favorable results of all their previous hard work and patience that they have been putting in. At the same time, you need to pay attention to your own health, especially the pain and stress on your legs and feet. Also, there can be some mental stress and pressure from the added responsibilities of your career growth and success. The one thing Aquarius will need to control is the arrogance and ego that will come during this time due to their success. Aquarius is a Saturn ruled sign, and Saturn doesn't give good results, or it takes away the favorable results when there's negative traits in that person. So stay humble during the last phase of Saraswati and simply enjoy your success. Individuals that are associated with the fields of research, insurance, analytics, astrology, law, and secret services will do exceptionally well due to their association with the 8th house. This is the year of professional and social networking for Aquarius. So Aquarius will expand their presence socially as well as professionally. And there can be very good gains from that as well. So make attempts to reach out to people on your own, people that you know personally as well as professionally. Now, Jupiter is already in your 4th house, and that is considered a very positive placement for it. But as soon as it comes out of its retrograde in early February, you will start realizing the favorable impact of Jupiter, such as happiness in the home, mental happiness, and an improved relationship with your parents. There is also a chance of relocation or home improvement for Aquarius during the early part of the year. During May through October, when Jupiter is in your 5th house, it will be a favorable position for Jupiter in terms of getting engaged, married, or even finding a partner if you are single and looking for a special person in your life. It's also a very favorable time for the women that are wishing to conceive and have a child. There are chances of long distance travel for educational, religious, or spiritual purposes as well after May. These individuals that are associated with the field of education will also do exceptionally well. It's a great time to make investment decisions in the share market, but please do get good and expert guidance with anything related to the share market. As far as health is concerned, Saturn in the second house will give Aquarius some dental issues, and some of them could be severe. So maintain good dental hygiene starting from now. I already mentioned the pain and discomfort in the legs as well. The one special thing I do need to mention at this point, that Aquarius should not accept a gift of shoes from anyone during this transit, or they could experience additional health issues. It is an exceptionally favorable time for students in terms of results, but there could be some disappointments in getting your choice of college or educational course. Now, my guidance to Aquarius is not to take quick, sudden, or risky decisions without care or consent of your family members or your responsibilities towards them. Overall, this is an excellent transit situation for Aquarius, well deserved and after a very long time for Aquarius. So good luck, Aquarius. Yearly prediction for Pisces. Pisces, Saturn will transit to your own first house, Jupiter to your fourth house, Rahu and Ketu to your 12th and 6th houses respectively. This year's Saturn transit will give you very good career progress and growth, and some Pisces could experience rapid changes in their career as well. This year starts off with some issues with your health regarding digestive issues, and you will also need to exercise some caution while driving. You may also be prone to anxiety and unknown fears as well as depression as the year starts. So you need to calm your mind down, try some meditation, because you will have a very happy transit phase coming up after March. After March, your positive phase in your career will start. So if you have been waiting for a promotion, financial rewards in your job, it's a favorable time for that. Now, those Pisces that have been looking for a new job, there's an excellent chance of getting one after March. For business owners, the time frame of April through September will be exceptionally favorable. You will see good success and financial success as well, and in fact you might find solutions for issues that have been ongoing for a very long time as well. And this could be via a new person you meet or a new employee or a partner. This is the year to expand your business, but do it smartly and with good expert advice and guidance. You could perhaps launch new products or open new branches as well in your business. This is a good time to expand your business. The second half of the year is much better for investments and business growth than the first half. Some Pisces may also invest in real estate this year. Now, in the middle of the year, you need to be very vigilant in your business because your own employees might try to scam you or try to steal from you. So stay observant of everyone and everything that is going on in the business. This is not the year to be extra trusting of anyone and everyone. Depend on yourself and yourself alone. Don't fall prey to people that may approach you with frauds and scams, even in your business or career, coming up with good ideas that they present to you. So stay very vigilant about who's coming up to you with what ideas. After May, your financial situation improves a lot and it just keeps getting better and better over time. And after October, it will be very benefic and favorable. Your prior investments will give you good returns. You may also get new opportunities to earn extra income, and luck will support you. There can be lots of travel this year. It could be short distance, long distance, or even to a foreign country, and it could be either for religious, spiritual, or educational purposes. You will need to take very good care of your general health. There are several planets impacting the houses of health, so there could be several annoying issues with health that keep coming up to bother you throughout the year. So make sure you get checked up when you have any issues, just to make sure that everything is okay. Although nothing bad is being predicted about your health, it's always a good idea to get a checkup so you don't need to worry needlessly. Some Pisces may have sleep issues from May onwards as well, and their sleep cycle could be very disturbed. Students get good results in competitive tests, especially during the August-September time frame, and they will also have good energy to put in lots of hard work and effort to see those good results. Lastly, due to the aspect of Jupiter on the 8th house and then the 9th house, the best guidance I can give you is to move towards some spiritual activity such as meditation, listening to spiritual talks, and even doing yoga could be very calming for the mind. In fact, some Pisces could be automatically drawn towards spirituality on their own as well during these transit phases. This is something you could do that would be quite calming and give you lots of mental peace. Overall, this year is positive in terms of career and hard work and finance, but you do need to take very good care of your health. So that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I will see you on my next video.